Hello everybody, I hope you are all well. So this today is an unboxing with a difference. I normally like to do these on the day of release. This time I'm a year late, but I have today taken delivery of, I'm very pleased to say, the 8LP edition of the 50th anniversary remix of All Things Must Pass by George Harrison. Oh, it's heavy, it's heavy. You can see I've still got the shrink wrap on. You didn't need to see me take it out of the box, but I have still got the shrink wrap on. We'll take that off shortly. Very pleased with how well it was packaged. They clearly don't want these being returned. But I'd kind of held off on this because of the price mainly. I'd got the 3LP edition, and this was always a bit out of my price range, but it had been coming down and down. And last week it came down to a price where it got me. I'd always said if it goes under £100, that would be the point. And it got to 104, and I thought that's near enough, and I had £40 worth of vouchers. So I'm really pleased to get this. I'm going to open this up in a moment and show you exactly what's in here if you still haven't seen it. I'm not quite sure who that applies to, but if you want to see me open this up and see what's inside it, then you are welcome to join me on this little journey. So we've got a hype sticker there. Let's get you a close-up of that. So it says George Harrison All Things Must Pass 50th Anniversary Edition Super Deluxe Vinyl New Mix by Paul Hicks. 6 180-gram heavyweight vinyl featuring previously unreleased studio outtakes and demos, and 60-page book. I'm keen to see the book in here and see how it compares to the one that I have in here in the CD box, and I've also got the vinyl box set, the 3LP, as I say. So let's get this open and let me have a look, and I will talk you through everything that's in here. Okay, so that's opened up. As you can tell, I've just had a little look through it just so that I can get a feel of exactly what's in there, and I'm going to show you all of that in a moment. But I was totting up in my head, how many times have I bought All Things Must Pass? And I realised that this is the 9th time I've bought All Things Must Pass. Which, is that a record for me? It might be, actually. There's only Sgt. Pepper, I think, comes close. Let me just quickly, if I may, just show you the previous versions that I've got. This was my original CD version, which I think came out round about the late 80s or the very early 90s. I think I bought it in 1990. That was my first version. So for years, all the George I had was that and the Best of Dark Horse. Still a fantastic album. That served me with George for many years. Then I got the 2014 remastered version. I also bought this as a high-res download. The high-res download of this is the best digital version I've heard. So that was worth getting. So that was another 2 versions in effect there. There's the 2001 version that George produced, obviously one of the last things that he did before he passed away, which could have turned into a full remix but didn't. It's very loud is that one though, but there's some good bonus tracks on it. I then bought the 50th anniversary CD box set, which I did unboxings for last year. I'm sure many of you have got that. Keep an eye on this at the moment because they keep doing deals online for this. It's come down to £48. I'll put some links actually down in the description if you want to keep checking that, because it's come back down again to £48 today apparently as I'm recording this. So it may well be available if you wanted to eventually get hold of that. I also bought the high-res download of that because I didn't want to have to rip it all from the Blu-ray. So that was another 2 versions. There's then the version from the amazing vinyl box. I don't know if you can see that over there, the George Harrison vinyl box with the 2014 remaster. And then the 3-disc splatter vinyl that came out last year. So I am a sucker for All Things Must Pass. It is essentially my what I regard as the best album of the 1970s. So it's had a lot of love from me. But let's have a look at this in a bit more depth. So this is a nice sturdy box, although unfortunately I've got a little bit of a dink on the side. I don't think I'm going to worry about that. I could even put a little bit of black felt tip pen over there and nobody would see that scuff. I have done that before on box sets. So there's your front cover. It's a nice sturdy box is this. George Harrison All Things Must Pass 50th anniversary on there. Nothing on the top, nothing on the bottom, but on the back I'll get you a good close-up photograph of this so you can see, but it's got all of the track listings there. That's not designed to come off, isn't that? That is the actual back cover. Yes, I'm not even going to attempt that. That is the back cover of it. So a nice box. What's in the box, I hear you ask? Well, there's three main things in the box. There is, first of all, as all things must pass, always seems to be packaged in this kind of box. This is the 3-disc. So I think if you'd have bought the 3-disc black vinyl, essentially it would have had this box inside it. So it's slightly different to the one I've already got because that was the splatter vinyl that I bought before. But inside this, I'll just show you, it's got all the track listing at the side there. And then inside it, we've got, I can carefully get these contents out. There is a big poster, very nice poster of George, which I've got a couple of versions of already. Let's see if we can just open that up for you and just show you how big this is. Very black, there you go. It's big, it's George, he's looking moody. There you go. So that's inside there. We've then got sort of reproduction covers, this one being of sides 1 and 2, so I'd Have You Anytime through to Run of the Mill. But then the albums themselves come in nice polyline sleeves, which is good, so they slip in and out very nicely, and we're on the red Apple label for that. So that's disc 1, so that's very nice. We've got, I'll keep disc 1 handy because I want it on top for when I play this so that it's easily accessible. You've got again a reproduction sleeve for sides 3 and 4. And it's just regular black vinyl in there on a red Apple label. So that is disc 2, is it? Yeah. We've got Beware of Darkness through to Hear Me Lord on there, and then we've got the Apple Jam. So your reproduction cover and the Apple Jam, which I tend to regard as a bonus disc really, rather than the actual album on there. Let's actually just get you a proper look at that label because it is a bit different. So that's very nice. That's your regular kind of 3-disc edition of the main album plus the Apple Jam. So that's very nice. We've then got lots more contents inside, which I'll come to in a moment. Get that in there. Okay, we've then got the extras. This is a thick, this is a package in itself. This is a 5-disc package of bonuses and extras. As you can see, demos, sessions and outtakes and jams, as it says on there. So a nice replica EMI tape box, as we've had a few of those in the last few years, including in the Beatles releases. So it's a very similar kind of thing in here. You've got replica sleeve for everything, and then you've got the actual albums that they've put in a poly-lined sleeve. So let's just quickly get you a look at those. Okay, so that's day 1 demos. The track listing on here, if you've got the CD deluxe box set, the track listing is the same. You've got everything here that's in that CD deluxe box set. Okay, so it's like a kind of an acetate Apple label that they've used. We've got more day 1 demos, and I think they've probably used a similar kind of Apple acetate label for each of these discs. Potentially, that is my guess anyway. We've got day 2 demos in here. Some of this stuff is great. I'm familiar with this on the CD version and the high res files that I listen to, but it would be nice to certainly sit back with this on vinyl. Hopefully get as much pleasure as I have from the Isha demos, for example, having those on vinyl, which has been great. Apple Jam. So this does come on a different label. It comes on a similar one to what we saw the Apple Jam for the main album. So that's very nice. And the replica sleeve. Oh, and there's actually another disc of Apple Jam. So that's a really nice, I mean, that would be a beautiful box set in its own right. Never mind just being part of an overall bigger set. And then you've got the book. So while I was opening this up, you might have seen me flicking between this book and the smaller version that's in the CD deluxe box set. I wanted to see how similar it is, and it is very similar. It's essentially pretty much the same contents, a couple of design differences that I spotted, but essentially the same book. But it's a lovely hardback book. very nice. Let's just show you a few sort of key sections from this, so you can see that. But if you've got the CD Deluxe box set, then it's very much the same kind of thing, but that's more like a sort of a glossy paperback version. So we've got sections on each of the songs here. George's recollections, George's handwritten notes, lots of photographs from the session. That must be the Ballad of Sir Frankie Crisp, yes. Owner of Friar Park originally. So this is really nice. This is a really lovely book. That would be a lovely coffee table book in its own right. So I'm very pleased with this. I need to find somewhere to put it now. I think I might be able to get it down here. I'm going to have to move my whiskey out of the way, but then I think I can fit it down there. I've got this section down here that's now full of Beatles box sets. I can't fit any more in there. That's where my All Things Must Pass 3-disc splatter vinyl's been living. But unfortunately this won't fit with it. We're going to have to go to a second cabinet for the major box sets now. So did you get this when it came out? Did you get it on the bargain that came up last week? I did share details on Twitter, and I know a few people jumped on this because it was such a bargain compared to what it had been. I'm really pleased to get this now. Like I said, I had held off because of the price, but I think it was at a point where I felt it was acceptable to me now, and I will always do that if I think I'm getting value for money. That's what we like in Yorkshire. We like a bit of Yorkshire value for money. I was happy to pounce on this. But let me know how much you're enjoying, if you are indeed still enjoying the All Things Must Pass remix a year down the line. So from this unboxing, as it were, a year late, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.